What's good? What's good, YouTube? Beastmaster, Animal DNA Revealed. I go by the name Pushy Push. You can definitely check my short form work on TikTok. That's down below right there at pushy.push. Definitely drop a like and subscribe right here to this channel. It helps me definitely get through the algorithm. I would definitely appreciate this. But let's get into this video right here. This right here, this image right here, is an example of people mixed with animal DNA. This is an example, even though it's made in such an esoteric way. What the elite like to do is take a sun image and a moon image, something like the luminaries in the sky, and they like to dress themselves behind these luminaries right here. So you can easily make this or look at this as a biblical piece when truthfully this is not biblical. This is actually a being, and the moon is also a being. And what you have is a dragon, which can also be looked at as a snake. And essentially, what this is showing is that there are people mixed with this DNA that has this snake DNA. So this video is going to talk about the kinds of people that have this DNA, because there's more than one kind. That's why you see the moon, and that's why you see the sun, because there's more than one kind of people that have this DNA. But to understand this, I need you to know that the sun is a person and the moon is a person, or a nation of people, or a group of people, and they have this DNA inside of them. Let's look at this next picture. These four pictures right here is going to help me explain what I'm trying to say right here. That you're looking at people with animal DNA, and they use the sun to hide their identity. They use the moon to hide their identity. So we're going to look right here on the right, bottom right here, the red. This right here, this symbol, it's exactly what you saw in the first picture. So let's look at it. You have the two-headed snake. As you can see, they're connected together. You have the sun in between them, and down below you have the crescent moon. And then there's this circle that goes around the whole thing. So I want you to remember that. A connecting snake, they're looking at each other, the sun, the moon, and then a circle going around the whole thing. Now let's go back. This is the exact same image. You have the sun on the left, you have the moon on the right, you have the two-headed snake, dragon, snake, and then there's this circle right here below. So you have the moon, the crescent sun, like the crescent moon, the sun, the two-headed snake, and this circle. If we go back, that is what you're looking at right here. Two-headed snake, the sun, crescent moon, and the circle. And what's wild about this right here is Hollywood it is also tried to has also tried to reveal this just as well. So let's look. This is a scene out of Hollywood right here. This is Conan, the Destroyer. And if you look at the staff that's in this person's hand, it is like exactly like the last picture. It's a two-headed snake. It has the circle. It has the sun on top and the crescent moon on the bottom. So let's go back one. There's the circle. There's the two-headed snake, the sun, the crescent moon. If we look at this a little closer, though, in between the snake, there's a full circle. So that circle right there is the circle that's going all the way around the snake, the sun, and the moon. So it's just in a smaller way. So the sun is sharing the circle, and the moon is like also sharing the circle, and the two snakes are going in between. And this scene right here is exactly this. That's why I said the sun, they are a group of people with a specific type of DNA. And the moon, it is a group of people with a specific type of DNA. Now, neither one of them are moon or sun. It's just they use these signs to hide themselves. But Hollywood is letting you know right here that there is a possibility or there is something out there that has animal human DNA in it, and it rules from a power position. Even in this movie, there was a scene where the guy turned into a giant snake. So it's definitely letting you know that there's possibly people with animal DNA in them. Now, I don't believe that they shapeshift into those things. I think that, it's no different than like a cat. Um, there are some cats that have slanted eyes, and you could tell that that cat has some type of snake reptilian DNA in it because the cat has slanted eyes. So you can't sit and think that mankind doesn't have that same issue too, and you being able to notice it by looking at their eyes. So let's go back. We're going to look at this next one right above. There's this figure right here, a man and an eye in a burning, like fiery eye. So that's the next one we're looking at. But to just kind of detour a little bit, you see this coin with this face with the sun on it? Okay, let's go back. That is what you're looking at. That is the exact same face right there. That face right there is on that coin. And this coin, this face right here, is where this dragon right here, where this snake is, with the fiery sun and the moon. Okay, that fiery sun is that face right there. So they're both connected. They both go together. But to get on to the orange picture, it's going to jump down. This right here is very revealing, and you can't really make no mistake about what it means. A lot of us have a thought that the all-seeing eye means some type of hidden knowledge, and once you're told that knowledge, you're made aware. But what I've learned with the all-seeing eye is that it's not about just simply having knowledge. It's about having knowledge of specific things, like what you're looking at. The all-seeing eye, truthfully, it is like a spaceship, and it's a person on the inside or beings on the inside. And you would call them watchers because they are looking at you from above in their ships. I've showed in my other videos that even in the 1600s, they had ships that can cloak into clouds. So in this picture right here, it's showing you a being. Now you can call this an alien, but for me, this is no different than a man who has a different DNA. And you can see that it has power over what looks to be like a Mayan on the ground, bowing down to it. So this is letting you know that these people have been around for some time. And I think the edge that they got on everybody is the factor that they have technology that we don't have. And what's wild about it even deeper, I personally believe we created this. And like that island of Dr. Maru, your creation has gotten free, and now you're being ruled by what you created. But this right here, I'm simply saying this is a person inside of a spaceship. And that's why you see the fire. It isn't an eyeball with a fire coming out the eye, and nor is that eyelashes. So let me kind of show you that a little deeper. See, here's the how we take it. When we look at this, that eye is meaning illumination. Like you're got a lot of knowledge, but I am going to show what this eye with this triangle truly mean if you are aware. This picture right here tells you what the eye and the triangle truly is. At the end of the day, what you have is you're looking at Egyptians. You can see them with the Ankh. You can see the all-seeing eye right here that's below right here. But up above there is an airship. And this is where things get revealing. There's an airship up above, spaceship, UFO, whatever you want to call it, but it has an eye on top of the ship. Now, what do you think this is telling you? If you see the eye below right here, and now they're showing you a ship that is running off mechanics and is have an eye up there. Well, what that's telling you is that there is beings or people inside of a ship watching. That's what this is. So when you go back right here, this triangle, well, the triangle is telling you the Egyptians were some of the people that were dealing with these people who are who we call watchers. But this right here, this fiery eyeball right here is a spaceship. And this person is the being or the people that is watching you outside of the spaceship. And they have been running the world since the Egyptian time. That is what you're looking at right here. When you see this eye, you have to understand the part that is missing is the airship. That's why you see it right there. That eye is in the airship. So you have people, to me, who have different DNA ruling, literally from airships. Let's go a little bit deeper. Maybe this can even help even bring this better to light. This is an event that is said to possibly happen in 1665, but I wanted you to look at this whole background. Let's go back. Let's go and click up. Let's click up. If you look, the cups has eyes all on them. Those eyes is no different than what you saw on the person's arm. The eye is no different than that being that's in the fiery eye above the Mayan. This eye is no different than the picture that has the Egyptians in it with the airship with the eye. Now you're looking at this fully completed. So you see the airships up above. You see the hands, so you know that these are people. You see the eyes. You see the eyes on the cup. So the eyes, the hands are people who are watchers who are in airships. Let's go back. Let's go back. There is the eye. There is the airship. There is the eye in the airship. Let's go back one more. There is the eye. The eyeball is the airship. This is people bowing. Let's go back. You see this? Let's go back one more right here, right here. You see this hand right here? This is the equivalent of the bow, like the Mayan is doing. This hand that's coming out of the boat is offering the first fruit. So it's offering, it can be even its children. It can be offering a sacrifice. That's how deep this is. So this definitely has echoes inside of the Bible because there are things where it talks about clouds going ahead and fighting for, you know, uh, Israel. There is stories like that, and what you're looking at is the exact same thing. So what you got is UFOs. What you got is hands. What you got is some eyes that is on cups. This is the exact same thing that I've been showing you right here. That is what you're looking at right there. The eye is an airship. That's a person. Okay. Let's go a little further. So we're back right here at this. So what you have again is people who are in airships. They pose in front of us as like being like light beings or divine beings. By having this sun image and this moon image, it's like they're calling themselves divine, and they are not. But they are people who have this DNA inside of them. So I'm gonna attempt to prove this one more time. Look at this picture. And this picture speaks 1,000 words. There's so much going on inside of this. But let's just start off with it. Number one, you see that there's two people. That's a man and a woman, and they're underneath the same crown. Man and a woman. So you got two people equivalent to the sun and say the moon. On the right side, You can see that there's bat wings. You can see that this person is holding the snake. But look at the very top of the snake. You can see these things coming out the top of it. Now, if you look on the left side, the man has wings, but he's holding a cup. And inside of that cup is, I don't know if they're snakes or birds, but I thought that they might be birds. But nevertheless, they have these things coming out. And that is just simply letting you know, like, this is totally a DNA situation. You see them with the snakes in their hands. Let's go back. This is the exact same thing. The sun is a person. The moon is a person. It's two people with the same type of DNA. It's two people right here with the same type of DNA, slightly different than each other because, well, I'm going to get into that part right there. What makes them different? You have the group that has snake and bird, and then you have a group that has like snake and bat, and then you have groups that are just utterly mixed in with both sides together. So this person right here kind of represents having all the DNA mixed in, and it can be a male or a female. If you look on the side right here, these suns, these little suns that's on this tree right here is like a family tree. And the line in the middle, that's the human DNA. If you see on the left and right, these little faces on there, that is no different than the sun. Those are people. Those are all people right there. And they're representing DNA. One half could be, that's why you see two sides right here, the male and the female. One half could be a specific DNA, the other half could be another type of DNA, but they're all together. Let's look at this. This is another great example of this because even no matter what, when you look at both pictures, you're getting the understanding that there's two, male and female, male and female, there's two. If you look on the right side, you see these little trees down below, they have faces on them. You see the trees down there on the left side? Okay, what's going on? The trees have suns on them, and then the other one have moons on them. Do you get it? The trees on the left have suns on them. The trees on the right have moons on them. Let's go back. There's the sun, there's the moon. See that right there with that reptilian DNA? That's what you're seeing. You're seeing a group of people who have a specific DNA inside of them on the left side, and then there is another group of people that have a different type of DNA. And I don't know if I can call it male and female, though they're showing it right here, like as if the female's DNA is on the right and the male's DNA is on the left. But at the end of the day, this is two types of DNA, a snake, a bird, some type of bat, and both of these sides inherit this DNA. So when you're looking at this, you're looking at two people. It could be a male, it could be a female. Nevertheless, they are sharing this DNA right here. And that is what we're looking at right here. We're looking at two people. And that's why I said you see the sun there on the tree. There's the sun right there. What makes the other picture so deep is you have the moon on the left inside of a tree line and in the sun. So that's just letting you know this tree is a family tree. And it's just telling you that the beginning of the family tree is all it starts off with man. And then the left and right are the splicing, the putting in of different DNA. And there are people who are alive who carry this DNA. And I can't help how they choose to orchestrate this. But the bush that's below, this tree that's below on the left, those are sun faces. And the tree that's on the right, those are moon faces. And this is two different DNAs. You look at the person, they're underneath the crown. That's a man, he's got a beard, and that's a female. So you're dealing with people who have two different DNAs inside of them. This is a prime example right here. The sun in the sky, it's a person, not the literal sun that we look to help grow plants. This sun image that they've created is really a person. And you see the arrows. Man has fought them for thousands of years. We have been in battle with them for thousands of years, and we haven't won. They are in power today. And the biggest problem that you have is, in my research, it seems like when the world stopped doing the sacrifices, that's when these entities showed themselves. And when they showed themselves, the world went into a war. So, the Egyptians are known for doing sacrifices. And if you go back, just go all the way back right here to this red one. The Mayans are known for doing sacrifices. These are the entities, the people that caused them to do the sacrifice, because they're not normal people. I mean, it's quite possible that we are not at the top of the food chain. It's very quite possible we are not at the top. So this is why you see this. This is a slave marking right here. This is not a marking of knowledge. This is a slave marking, because the truth of the matter is that eye that's on that guy's arm is a person and a ship, and they conquer us. You see that? There's an eye with the Egyptians. They literally show a spaceship with the eye there. So this is no different. Let's go back. Let's see, where is it at? Right here. This is super telling. You literally have the eyes on the cup and the hands and the spaceship. So this whole thing is telling you that there is people who have reptilian blood and other species, and they sit in a position of power. They're in the airships. They're causing the flood. It is their eyes. They're watching you from the airship. It is not the all-seeing eye, as in like Satan. No, this is real. These are real people, real beings. They're in power. Um, you can sometimes catch them with their eyes. That's why I was telling you, we got cats. You can see them in the neighborhood. The animals, they have slanted eyes. How does the cats get slanted eyes? It's because they have the snake blood in them too. Well, there are people with that same thing inside of them. So I know this was like the last few videos is pretty wild, but this is what I'm trying to reveal right here, is that the elite that is running the world sit behind this power structure, and they are not normal. They've been in power for some time. This is the reason why, I show this right here. They've been in power for some time. Quite possibly they could have did something to us around about this time period, 1600s. I believe that they done something to the Egyptian time period. I think they done something even to the Mayan time period. Each one was destroyed. Each one was known for doing sacrifices. And in our time, we're known for doing sacrifices. And I wonder if we stop, will this event happen to us right here? So I'm gonna end this right here. And if you made it this far, definitely I thank you. Drop a like, subscribe again. Uh, this definitely helps me get in that algorithm so other people can see the video. Stay with me, family. I know we're on this run right here. We're gonna reveal it all. And thank you.